welcome to a very exciting Liverpool news video where we will talk about the reports coming from Sky Sports News and the Mirror newspaper and the Daily Mail and other news outlets that Mohamed Salah is finally on the brink of agreeing a new bumper Liverpool contract which could see him end his career and retire at Liverpool, because this contract could be a 3-year long contract with an option for a further 4th year. So if you are excited about this news, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on the bell notifications so you never miss the latest Liverpool news updates on my channel. And according to Sky Sports and according to John Richardson in the Mirror, Mohamed Salah is now close to agreeing a new contract which will keep him at Liverpool until the end of his career. Apparently Salah wants between 300 and 350,000 pounds per week, so he lowered his wage demands and he doesn't want now to be the best paid player in the Premier League alongside Cristiano Ronaldo, which would mean 450 or 500,000 pounds per week, and Liverpool are never going to pay that because we just can't afford to. Our highest paid player I think at the moment is Fabinho and Alisson and Van Dijk on like 250k, and Henderson as well. But now Salah, according to reports, appreciates the affection that the Liverpool fans and Liverpool Football Club have shown him after Egypt missed out on qualifying for the World Cup. And this week in Liverpool, a lot of people consoled Salah. Even Jurgen Klopp talked about him in his pre-match press conference, which I just watched recently. And this contract could involve an extra 12 months on top of the 3 years which have been discussed, which would effectively see Salah play out the best remaining years of his career with the club he joined almost 5 years ago. So Salah could end his career at Liverpool and go maybe 9 or even maybe 10 years playing at Liverpool, which would make him a Liverpool legend. And at Liverpool, if you stay in Liverpool, if you are Mo Salah, they could end up building a statue for you, and your name will be forever remembered in the history books at Liverpool, and your legend will live on forever if you stay at Liverpool. If you help Liverpool win multiple Premier League titles, multiple Champions Leagues, you will forever be in the history books of Liverpool as one of the greatest players to ever play. And also in the Premier League history books, Salah could go down as one of the greatest players. If he goes to Barcelona, Real Madrid or Paris Saint-Germain, he will just be another superstar. Just like look what Coutinho did. He went to Barcelona and his career really nosedived. Yes, some people like Xabi Alonso, Suarez, Mascherano went to Barcelona, Real Madrid, and they achieved a greater success there than at Liverpool. But that Liverpool that they left was very different to this Liverpool now. This Liverpool now is one of the best teams in the world, and in the next 3 years there is no sign of this Liverpool slowing down. And until Jurgen Klopp is their manager, there is a guarantee that Liverpool will challenge for trophies, because that's how good Jurgen Klopp is as a manager. One of the best, if not the best managers in the world. And Salah has always maintained that he enjoys his life at Liverpool, and he wanted the fact that he is now recognized as one of the world's top players, replicated with a salary to match. He wanted Liverpool to recognize that, but now he's ready to accept Liverpool's offer, according to some journalists, which has been lying on the table since December, after he had a change of heart and he realized that probably money is not everything in football, and he already is a very rich person. So I think he should maybe relent on his ego and just accept this wage that Liverpool are giving him. And it's very clear from Salah's social media posts that he is after silverware, he is after trophies. That's what he's all about, and Liverpool are hunting for the quadruple. For the first time under Jurgen Klopp, they have a chance of winning every single trophy on offer. And also that would be a first in English football history, and that would be a first in Liverpool's history as well. So this could be a very, very special month and a very special season, and Salah recognizes that. Jurgen Klopp also said that this season everyone is completely committed to the cause. It is clear that a commitment for the team for this season, and then we will talk about the rest, the future and the immediate future. Salah is not a guy for that, not at all. If I don't line him up, then his mood goes down. That is possible. but not against the team. It's just, I think that's how it should be in the moment. The decisive parties are in contact, and the rest we will see. Everyone is committed. We could have some players who don't play often enough and they aren't in the squad enough, and they could create a bad atmosphere. They don't, they will not, and Mo is not the guy for that. And yes, Mo Salah of course wants to play every game. He's very, very committed to the cause. And it's true that some players who are left out at Liverpool from the squad sometimes, they don't create a bad atmosphere. They are really committed to the cause and they are helping. Look at Joe Gomez, he hardly played in the first part of the season. He hasn't sulked, he hasn't come out in the media requesting a transfer or anything. He just waited, bided his time, he trained hard behind the scenes, and now he's reaping the rewards because he has played the last 2 games and was brilliant against Nottingham Forest, brilliant against Watford. And Mo Salah said, if you ask me, I would love to stay until the last day of my football career at Liverpool. It's very hard for me to see me playing against Liverpool because right now I just love Liverpool so much, and at the moment I can't see myself ever playing against Liverpool. That would make me sad, but it's not in my hands. I can't say much about it. It's very important to state that nothing is confirmed yet, but it's very encouraging news, much more encouraging than the previous news that we heard a month or so ago, that Salah and Liverpool are just so far apart in the negotiations that at the moment it's very hard to see how a compromise can be reached. But now it looks like Salah has lowered his wage demands, he has compromised a little bit, and that's very, very good news because Liverpool can't pay £450,000 per week salary to Mo Salah when the second best earner earns like almost half of that. And Pipe Sierra, who also revealed the Luis Diaz transfer to Liverpool, he said, he's a Colombian journalist, he has offered some details. That he claims that Salah's wage demands right now are a little bit more than £300,000 per week, and a contract until 2025 plus a possible extension. So Liverpool are offering 3 years plus an extension. Salah wants 4 years, and 3 top teams have asked about Salah's wage demands and conditions, but nothing concrete yet. So this is the latest news on Salah's contract talks. And the Colombian journalist Sierra also offered hope to Liverpool fans, saying that Salah and Liverpool will sit down before the summer once again to fresh out a new contract. The 3 teams have apparently made inquiries to Liverpool about how much a transfer would cost. There are no concrete proposals on the table as yet because probably the 3 teams want to wait until the summer to see whether Salah has signed a new contract or not. And former Liverpool defender Marcus Babbel has questioned how successful Salah would be if he was to move to Barcelona or Real Madrid, because they are really not at the very top of European football at the moment. It's difficult to say from the outside what is going on with the negotiations. I know that Salah is a brilliant player for Liverpool. For me, it's a question of what he wants to do. Is he still happy at Liverpool, or does he want to see something different, to try something different in his career? Not many clubs can afford Mohamed Salah. Liverpool have said this is what you want and this is what we can pay you now. I hope that they can agree terms, they can come to a compromise. Mo Salah is the perfect player for Liverpool, and I'm sure he would perform like he does for a Barcelona, Real Madrid or another team out there. The big question, would that team be built around him as well? Because Liverpool was built around Coutinho. He was very successful here because of that. When he went to Barcelona, he was just dropped into the system and it didn't work. I think Salah is a lot better than Coutinho was even in his prime. And Salah right now is a world-class player. He would be successful anywhere. Individually, he would score a lot of goals, get a lot of assists. The big question is, can Real Madrid or Barcelona challenge for the Champions League in the next 3 or 4 years? Not sure. Can even Paris Saint-Germain do that? Because even with this, like the best squad in the world on paper, PSG came nowhere near winning the Champions League. In fact, they got knocked out at the first possible chance in the knockout stages. That's embarrassing for a squad which was apparently a World 11 twice over. Because Liverpool is perfectly placed for Mo Salah and allows him to be the outstanding player he is. Babel did. I really hope he does sign a new contract. It will be very sad if Salah leaves. I hope he is smart enough to see that the club is perfect for his style of football. The people at Liverpool love him, the city loves him, the club loves him. What more money? Would more money make Salah happier? I don't think so. The only reason he could have is if he wants to live in a new country, experience a new league. He has been in Switzerland, Italy, England. He may want to live a different lifestyle and a culture and a different language. I could accept that, but not if it was just about the money. If he wants to leave purely because he's willing to offer, somebody is willing to offer Salah silly money, then I think Salah is a fool, because at Liverpool, as I said, they would build a statue for him, maybe literally or figuratively. He could become one of the biggest legends Liverpool have ever seen. So what do you think about this Salah contract news? I'm really over the moon and very happy that finally we have some good news that Salah is a lot closer to signing a new contract. Nothing is done yet, so we still have to worry a little bit, but this is very encouraging news and a great step in the right direction in these contract talks. Also, Gary Neville lauded Jurgen Klopp as being very clever with his team selection and substitutions against Watford. He said, "I watched Liverpool, Joe Gomez plays right back. Jurgen Klopp has Mane on the bench, Luis Diaz on the bench, Trent Alexander-Arnold. He brings on Fabinho in the second half. He's clever, Jurgen Klopp. He has got Benfica twice and Man City twice in the next 2 weeks. Massive games coming up, and he's starting to put a plan in place of who to play, who to substitute. But he has got such a great squad. He has great firepower, better than Man City. What Liverpool have in advantage ahead of Man City, according to Gary Neville, is Liverpool have 5 great goal scorers who can score a goal at any time in a game. And Man City don't have that much firepower. Yes, Man City have probably more players who can score goals, but now Liverpool have added goals from midfield, with Fabinho scoring goals regularly. And also, we have 5 great goal scorers now, all fit and ready to go. Liverpool weren't brilliant, they got the job done, but for Man City they got the job done as well. Liverpool and Man City are exceptional teams. They are able to fall below their best, play just good, not great, and still get the job done, get the 3 points, get the wins, and do it comfortably because they have authority and strength right the way through the club. And the managers in particular are absolutely wonderful, absolutely brilliant, both Jurgen Klopp and Pep Guardiola. And I agree with Gary Neville. It will be one of the great title races in living memory, this one, and it will go down to the wire, potentially even to the last day of the season. And Jurgen Klopp praised the Liverpool fans, he said that with Liverpool it's a little bit different than with other big clubs, because maybe other big clubs have some fans who join to be glory hunters, but at Liverpool most of the fans are journey hunting and not glory hunting. And I think this sentiment matters more today than at any point. It's about the journey with Liverpool and with the Liverpool fans, and we are on it, and hopefully the Liverpool fans will be all the way with the team. I really think they will. And former Everton player James McFadden said that whoever wins the Man City-Liverpool game will win the title. He said it looks like Man City have the better run of fixtures compared with Liverpool, but they have 2 games against Atletico Madrid in the Champions League in there too. It's a tough run initially for City, but after that it's a kinder run of fixtures for Liverpool. I think it's down to next weekend though. Whoever wins that, I think will win the title. I don't see either team slipping up after that. Well, that's certainly possible. We have seen that before when Liverpool won the last 9 games and got to 97 points, and they still finished second. I'm still annoyed about that. Yes, you guessed that right. For Man City to win the last 14 games in a row and win the title, that was pretty unprecedented, and I don't think it will ever happen again. But Liverpool are now on 10 wins in a row. Can they win the next 5 or 6? Because I think if they can, then they will win the title. Because if we beat Man City, we will be 2 points ahead. Then we have Man United, Everton, Tottenham, Newcastle away. It will be a tough game as well. If we can win those as well, I think we will win the title. But it's a big if. Man City away is the toughest game. One of the toughest games in world football that you can ever play. If this Liverpool team plays like they can play, that they can win at any place. I mean, we have won at Atletico Madrid, at Man United, at Arsenal. Very, very tough grounds to win at. And AC Milan, we won at Inter. So we have got a lot of big football victories away from home, and I'm really hoping that Liverpool can turn up and produce a masterclass performance against Man City. I think all Liverpool fans can come together and agree that Divock Origi has provided some of the greatest moments of our footballing life, and he will probably leave for AC Milan in summer on a free transfer, but he described some of the greatest moments that he has had playing for Liverpool. I would say the Champions League, when we won it, was one of the greatest moments. It was a kid's dream. That feeling was something you visualized since you were a kid, and then it's about to happen. There was a long build up to the game, and we had a camp in Spain, then we went to Madrid. The stadium was unbelievable, the weather was crazy, the whole scene, the fans, everything. I came on and I scored, which obviously made it even more special. My family was there, everyone was there. And that moment, when the referee stopped the game, it was like time stopped for me. The Champions League was definitely the highlight for me. And Divock Origi leaves like a living legend. I'm pretty convinced, even though he didn't score like 20-30 goals every season. He was mostly a substitute player, but he scored so many crucial clutch goals. Champions League semi-final against Barcelona, he scores the opening goal. Champions League final, Tottenham, he scores, and so many other really big moments. And Divock Origi will forever be remembered for those goals, no matter what happens, for the rest of his career, and he will forever remember these moments as well. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Have a nice day. See you later. Good night.